everybody, welcome back. We are officially back recording and getting vlogs out for you guys. We have missed you guys so much.
Yeah, it's been a while, and a lot of our subscribers when we've been out have told us that we need to get back to it, and this break was a little bit longer than expected. And if you follow Missy on social media, she actually talked about it, where one of our subscribers, we were in her place of employment. I'm not going to say who she is or where she works, but she was just saying, we haven't seen your videos in a while. So we told her, like, it's coming. We're actually putting out this week. So the one you're going to see when we put this one out, she was like,
well, we actually told her we hadn't. She said we weren't popping up.
yeah, we weren't popping
and so
up.
She hadn't seen us. And we were like, well, actually, we were on a break. And she was like, I ought to get my switch and get it on y'all. So we told her, we apologize, but we'll be back.
Yeah, the break wasn't supposed to be this long. So, this is going to be a cool video. We're going to explain, one, where we've been, what we've been doing, why we took this long hiatus, 6+ weeks, I think, at this point. And then we have some home updates that we want to show you guys. Some actually major projects that we have started to talk about last year. It's not that we were indecisive as far as like what we actually wanted to do. So
he was indecisive.
We were.
No, because I told you, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, so
Akeem was.
We. And I'm not speaking French. We were a little bit. I will shout out to Carl, but I will say that it was majority me, but I would show her things, and then she's like, I like that too. So then there's like 4 or 5 different things that you like. But nonetheless, we have some major projects that we finally tackled. If you follow us on social media, you know what they are. If you haven't, stay tuned. We're going to show you major update in the dining room, as well as in the main areas of the house. We made some changes that we actually want you guys feedback on to see what we should do, because we somewhat different opinion. So again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the subscribers that joined during our hiatus, which was really shocking to see. So I appreciate that. Shout out to the YouTube algorithm.
So we are officially at 8,500 plus. So yeah, 8,500 plus subscribers. We gained like 300 since mid-December, after we literally after we went on our hiatus. So you guys were binge watching the videos, and we were getting notifications, and we were getting comments, and we were taking the time to update you guys on where we've been and when we're coming back. So for that, I am extremely grateful. Yeah, we both are.
Cheers.
Because
you late on the cheers, you went.
Because we've been doing this for a little over 21 months, about 21 months. So it'll be just under 2 years.
You sound like the kids when they're like, how was your baby? Memorial Day 2 years ago, I think, was when we dropped the first video. Memorial Day weekend.
And it's been, like I said, just under 2 years. And to be at 8,500, there's people that's been on this app, for a long time and have been grinding. And for us to be, just 2 years and at this amount of growth has been truly a blessing. And we would not be here if it weren't for y'all. So thank y'all so much. We love our community, and we appreciate every single one of y'all.
Absolutely. So with all the warm pleasantries out of the way, let's get into it.
Okay, so let's get into where we've been.
Right.
Where have we been, King?
We've been outside, really.
Literally.
We've been outside. So it wasn't supposed to be a break of this long. So as you know, we started doing Vlogmas, and Vlogmas is really taxing, depending on how you do it. And we weren't going to do the daily thing. That's just too much for us and our family size. So we were doing, what was it,
bi-weekly? No, twice a week.
Yeah, that's right, 2 times a week. And then I forget whatever the last video was, and
at the house tour, the Christmas.
Yeah, the house tour. So after the house was fully decorated for Christmas, we did a house tour, and that was like mid-December, maybe the 3rd week of December, and I think we both were just like, okay, we're done for right now. It was nothing.
I was tapped out. I was tapped out early on in December, just because for us, and like Akeem said, our family size, Christmas is tough when you got kids, especially elementary school kids, and then you have multiple, because there's so much going on at the school that they require you to be at, or at least they would like you to be at. And there's so much going on that you got to prepare for. So it was like Spirit Week, it was Christmas presentations, it was Field Day, it was Gingerbread Day. It was a lot. And then on top of that, we had things planned for the family to do outside of school, and then your Christmas shopping and wrapping, and then vlogging. Right. So for me, I was burned out early on. If you follow me on social media, you saw that I talked about how I was going to bed at 3 and waking up at 6 every day. I was not sleeping. So I was like, let's do this house tour, and then I need to hang it up for a little bit.
You know, it's always fun. And then too, my oldest son, or stepson, because I know a lot of people are kind of confused by family dynamic. 5 kids, we have 4 together. My oldest, he's 17, he'll be 18. He'll be 18 in May. But he always comes down.
Around Christmas time.
Yeah, so, and when he gets here, it's more so, you know, we just spending time, we're just kind of doing our thing.
Catching up.
Won't necessarily want to bring the vlog out and bring the camera out. I'm sure, you know, many of you can understand that. And so then we were like, okay, let's continue this break into January and see how this goes. So I think originally we had planned to come back. Did we say mid-January or February 1st?
It was late January because it was the week after my birthday.
Yeah, that's right.
That we were supposed to come back, and we were doing, you know, videos and different things like that.
Yeah, we were filming content, like for vlog stuff, but
it was really neat. If you follow me on social media, once again, you'll see that I haven't really posted on any of my social platforms, at least the main page. I've been keeping up on my stories, but for me, I was just like, I have not been in a creative space to just want to do content. And so for me, it was just like pushing the break longer and longer. To be honest with you, we're back now because we got threatened with the switch. If it was up to me, we'd probably take another week or 2 off, but we did need to come back. And I did miss everybody.
Yeah, we definitely missed. And it's one of those things where we thought, like, by taking the break, if you're a content creator, you understand this, but like for if you're creating content specifically for YouTube, it's best to have some videos like kind of already recorded, edited, ready to go, like in the can, as you call it. So you could just hit publish. It's a lot to record, edit, and put out within a week. So if you record this week, edit it, and to put out next week, that's a lot versus taking the time. And some things are going to be time sensitive, but one of the videos that we're working on right now is our pantry styling organization. That we could have recorded that video a year ago and put it out now because it's not really time sensitive. But when you're doing vlogging, you don't want to see stuff. If I put out a vlog today, you don't want to see stuff from early January. Right. I mean, when we watch content creators, we don't. So I would assume you guys wouldn't either. So with all that being said, the break just kept getting pushed further and further. And then, to be honest, we got comfortable not having to pick up the camera. And then additionally to that, it's just when we're recording content for you guys, a lot of it is we literally try to figure out what looks good or what will be appealing to you guys. So it's not just, well, we're going to do whatever we're going to do and record it. If you like it, you like it. We don't, we don't. So just like if you're making a movie, you're making it for the end user. So we're making this content for you. We don't fake anything. We don't create scenarios. We don't do any of that stuff. It's all real. It's all organic. But sometimes when we're focused on making sure an angle is correct or making sure that the take is correct, we're focused on the camera and not necessarily each other. So while we were taking this break, we started to go outside a little bit more together. So we started to date more and hang out, and it was good and refreshing. And it allowed us to kind of reconnect, which I think any couple, especially a married couple, as long as we've been together, you have to every so often, you know, just kind of reestablish, you know, who you are as a couple, not individually. So we were able to spend a lot of time together, hang out with some friends, hang out with each other, and reconnect and deepen our bond, which was greatly needed in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like we also, I'm sorry for cutting you off. I also feel like people see us on YouTube vlogging together, and it's like, well, y'all spend a lot of time together. But like Akeem said, it's both work and then it's both fun for us. I feel like vlogging, like actual, like this is my day-to-day vlogging, I feel like we could be a little bit boring because all we do is pretty much lay up under each other, or we're both, you know, working in our own individual businesses and careers. So we try to make content that's appealing, but doing vlogs together is fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is a lot of fun. To be honest with you, I don't even want to do a solo page or anything like that, like we had previously talked about, but it's like we're always together, but it really is work. It's really, like you said, you know, editing, what looks good, angles. And so it's like, yeah, y'all always together, but it's like we're here, but we're not. Right. We're not here. So that much needed time of just like intimacy and talking, and like you said, hanging out. Like we got pictures.
And we can't record our intimacy. That's our only fan.
Intimacy isn't always.
I know. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I know what
you said OnlyFans. I'm just saying because you said OnlyFans.
I mean, if y'all want to subscribe, let us know. What? You ain't down?
We good.
But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
People paying for houses with Look, anyway, but no, so
Yeah.
just being able to spend,
$700,000 houses, cash, OnlyFans client. But anyway, go ahead.
but just being able to spend like just that intimate quality time without always picking up the camera, without hold on, gotta do it this angle, let me set it up here. So for me, mentally, it was needed.
Yeah, so breaks are needed. And like again, we mentioned previously, the YouTube algorithm did reward us because for whatever reason, top of the year, some of our old, I'm talking about our first maybe 3, 4, 5 videos have started to get a lot of love. And I'm assuming that's because a lot of people are back in the home buying space and looking at that content on YouTube. I think it said content. Content. I did, okay. Content on YouTube. So I just happened to look at the back end on the analytics and was blown away by the views that some of these older videos,
wild.
2-year-old
Like,
videos were getting.
Yeah.
So a lot of our subscriber growth came from there, and then they discovered us, and then they're like, well, where are you guys? Like, we love this content. We're like, you just found us in the middle of a break. We were on a break.
We're on a break.
Right. If you get that reference, comment below where it's from, and I may pick somebody for a little surprise. If you get that reference, again, comment below. So again, we took the break. We re-established ourselves. Not to say that
we are re-establishing ourselves because we still got a ways to go.
Absolutely, and it's not to say that anything is wrong or the marriage is about to fall apart. Not saying that. It's just sometimes you want to spend time with each other that's a little bit more elevated, and we took that time to do that. And I feel like it recentered us as a couple, recentered us as parents, recentered us as individuals. It helped me in my career. Because when home is feeling good, like work is amazing. Like for what I do in real estate, I'm a totally different person when my clients not to say that it's bad, but like when it's good, but then when you're feeling really good about home base and you can't wait to get home, and so that whole thing is
I agree. And then I also took the time to, when we moved, like you guys know, I've talked about my boutique business over the last almost 2 years, but I haven't really pushed it as much as I was during the pandemic. But then we were in the process of moving, and so then the business slowed down, and then the last 2 years that we've been getting the house together really slowed down for myself. And since December, I've really been pushing the business, being able to focus on that, working on like our new home schedule, so to speak. So that's been good for me too, as far as like occupying myself and just really pushing my business a little bit more. So, very shameless plug. Kennedy J is still open for business. You guys go shop because it has a crazy sale right now.
I'm at because I'm trying to look at myself. It'll be down here somewhere. But here,
yeah.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Percentage for our subscribers. How much you want to give? Do a flash sale.
I mean, it's already a huge discount. Like, it's very discounted. So.
But it'd be non-advertised, just specifically for our family here on YouTube.
I can do.
A dub.
I thought about a dub, but then some stuff was gonna be like damn near free.
No, so 20% off. 20% off code YouTube.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So 20% off code YouTube for any purchase.
Any purchase.
Any purchase on KennedyJ.com.
I get a $5 dress. Kudos to y'all. All you gotta do is pay for shipping.
She don't care. If it's that low, it's because she's discounted it.
Yeah, I just said that. I'm
Quality. Listen here. I got you. Quality is absolutely amazing. If you frequent some of these other really, really popular boutiques online, I'm not gonna mention any names, but if you look at it as like, well, this is cheap, but I'm gonna wear it a couple times and probably get rid of it because I can't wash it. This ain't that. I promise you. As a matter of fact, if you buy something and you feel like it's cheap quality, you can message me directly and I'll reimburse you. How about that?
Now, what if they just say it's cheap just because?
I'm gonna change my IG name. I'm dead serious.
I try to buy for sustainability, but again, it's heavily discounted right now because I have a ton of orders that came in and they're sitting, and I need to get them on the site, but I want to move a lot of stuff out of the way so I can go ahead and get them on the site and at the same time on the shelves. So go shop. But thank you for those of you who have found me and who have shopped. I greatly appreciate y'all.
So again, we're back. Videos weekly. As of right now, we're still going to keep to our Thursday schedule. We'll try to drop it 6 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Central time. We're in Central, so 5 to 6 p.m., right?
We do it 5? 5 is fine. 5 is fine.
Yeah, so
well,
5.
6
Somewhere in that 5,
time.
6 p.m. hour, we'll try to drop. And if we've changed the date, we'll let you know. But right now, we're still going to stick to Thursdays. So with all that being said, we want to tell y'all about
Our project.
yeah, some of the projects we had done. So let's get
Home
into it.
update.
That's why y'all probably here anyway.
All right, so we want to go ahead and let you guys know about the different projects that we've done around the house, which my favorite one is going to be the first one we're going to talk about. However, I only had like this much participation in this project, which was pretty much, I guess, the overall design part of it, but the actual project and I guess accolades go to Akeem and Aiden.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. So we finally did our dining room accent wall. And again, if you've been following us for a while, we've been talking about this for over a year now. And it's just, you know, the modern wood accent walls that are extremely popular right now.
Wood paneling.
Yeah, so we didn't know if we wanted to do that because, one, it is so popular. And we go back and forth between being too trendy and not.
No.
So, what?
So before we moved in, I
Oh.
told Akeem I wanted to do paneling, and if it was up to me, we'd have paneling on every
No, we
wall.
had quotes and everything. We had the guy
Yeah.
come out before we
Right
even
before
closed.
we closed, and then we got in here, and then Mr. Indecisive wasn't sure if he wanted to do paneling anymore. So we actually did a video about us getting ready to do paneling ourselves because we had found a very simple design that we liked. We even showed you guys in a couple videos, you know, what we were going to go with. Then he came back and he said he didn't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Because he felt like it was too trendy. So then I gave him three of my options, which were wallpaper, like more of a dark charcoal wallpaper actually. Either all black in the entire room or black and wood paneling. Which one did you go with?
The paneling.
Yes. But then when you went with the paneling, like it wasn't even like, hey, I realized that this is what I want to do. Like we just popped up at Home Depot one day.
Oh yeah, so I'm once I make a decision, I'm balls to walls.
Yeah.
It's go time. What? Is that an army saying?
'Cause I don't even know what that means.
It means go time. You mean?
But like, what does that even mean?
I mean you make a decision.
You put your balls on the wall.
Look, look. If I said just a
That's
ball,
weird.
that's what this. Y'all know what it means.
That's weird.
No.
That's a weird analogy. That's weird.
Anyway, but so
It's go time.
it's go time. I put it that way. So it was a situation where we were kicking around the idea, and then we reached out to a couple companies, and I knew the approximate cost, and it was just one of those things where I was like, this is the design itself that we were looking to do. I'm like, we could do this ourselves, So if it was more intricate, I probably would have got a true professional in here. But I was like, the design that we went with, which we're gonna show y'all in a minute, so stay tuned. I'll pop it up on the screen, or we may take y'all over there. But I was like, we can do this. So it was like 9 o'clock at night. And
No, the first time we went to Home Depot, when you went crazy and bought everything, was with the when we took the kids. We picked up the kids from school, and then
no, that was the first time. I remember we were here at night, and I was like, let's go to Home Depot. And you was like, right now? And then with me, you, and everybody, yeah, we all went.
No, the very first time we picked up the kids from school and we went straight to Home Depot. That's when you bought the saw and everything.
Okay.
Because then we came back and Aiden was like, that's when we took Aiden that same day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we went and we bought like the miter saw.
Bought everything.
I bought the miter saw. We bought the wood. We bought the paint, and over time. So we made like 4 or 5 different Home Depot trips, and it was cool because this was the first time that me and any of the kids. So Aiden, who was our 13-year-old, he's in not wood shop, but he has
engineering, applied engineering and
Applied engineering.
manufacturing.
Yeah.
Applied manufacturing and engineering.
applied. What she said. So manufacturing and engineering classes. So
And
he's
principals, he's in 2.
So he's been working with a lot of woodworking tools, band saws, table saws, miter saws, planers, the whole 9. So he already had some experience, and then when I came home with the table saw, he was excited, So that was our first project, and that first time that you and your child, man or boy or woman, boy or girl, whatever the case may be, the first time that y'all work on a project together is special. So Missy had a specific design that she wanted, so we actually created it in Photoshop. And I'm mad because she let Austin play on her computer, and I think he closed it out and didn't save it. So we had it all mapped out. I put the dimensions on as a table on Photoshop, and we color coded and figured out how it will look. Then we took some blue tape and taped it out on the wall to see how it will look, because the tape width is the same width as the wood pieces. And then once we stepped back and saw the wall with the tape on it, we then took, obviously we took the saw, we cut all our wood pieces, to appropriate size, Aiden and I, and he actually wanted to give me a safety exam.
I was about to mention that.
So he
Aiden is like very by the book.
extremely
Aiden
bad.
does not believe
Aiden is the guy
corners.
that when he gets his driver's permit, nobody else in the car, just him. If the speed limit says 65, he's doing 64.
We actually said we wouldn't mind Aiden driving the kids as he got older because we know he's going to be responsible.
So,
but he was also
he's
a
Fire
kid.
Marshal Bill for sure. So.
Oh, for real. And he was the kid on the playground. Like, if they wanted to play a game, like, it was by the rules or he didn't want to play. So a lot of kids was mad at him. So,
Yeah, so.
Yeah, that's very much Aiden.
So nonetheless, we got everything on the wall. And I think we didn't plan on nailing. I wasn't going to nail everything to the wall that night, but I was like, well, let me just see. I think, yeah, that's what it was. Like, I grabbed a piece of wood and I kind of like, well, let me just see
No,
what these
Akeem
brad
is very
nails
much.
are.
Akeem is very much. I'm not going to stop until I'm done type person. And if I could do it all in one day, so me, I'm thinking the project's going to take at least the next 1 to 2 weeks, just doing things in phases. Akeem is pretty much. I got this idea. Let's go buy everything. Let's do it right now. Let's not stop until we're done.
So what for me what it was is once we got the blue tape on the wall and the pattern looked good, that ignited. I'm excited to see the end result. So we had to buy the saw, the table for the saw to sit on. Then I had to go get a paint sprayer because I didn't want to roll or hand brush it. And all in all, we got the finished product, which we absolutely love. The color we went with is Tricorn Black by Sherwin-Williams, which is a super popular, deep, rich, dark black color. But yeah, the pattern is.
It's simple, but I like it. I like it a lot. I feel like it's because the biggest thing about the pattern that we originally wanted in the very, very beginning was, will this transcend times? So then we were like, if we ever had to resell, is it something that's going to turn people away? But then at the same time, I just wanted something that was like very simple. So that's why I came up with the design that we went with, and I love it. Like, we've had compliments on it since we put it up, so it works.
And the dining room still isn't done. We still have to get the dining room chairs, but you can start to see it come together between the table and then the wall now, and then we get the right chairs
Fixtures,
and artwork or sconces and all that good stuff that comes along with it. It's starting to come together. So to me, the best part was actually get to do something with my son.
Aiden was very excited about it.
It's just one of those things that, whether we stay here for the next 2 or 3 years, next 30 years, that, every time I walk past that wall, it's a reminder of, time that I spent with him. And let's say 10 years, he's 23 years old. He'll always be able to come home and, I helped build that with my dad. So try to have these projects, to do with each one of the boys. And even Zuri. Zuri's going to get her hands dirty too. I want all the kids to be well-rounded. So overall, I am happy with the project. It's about 95% done because I still have to do some paint touch-ups because there's overspray and you have to go back in and make sure the lines are crisp as far as. Anyway, you'll see. But if you haven't seen already. But yeah, so overall, the project was extremely fun. I'm happy that we got to do it. I'm happy with the design.
No, I love it.
The Photoshop, because we were going to use SketchUp, but I couldn't get because they have SketchUp at the school and I couldn't get his admin access. So creating it in Photoshop actually came in clutch because it worked perfectly. Like the way it looked in Photoshop was exactly the way it looked on the wall. So overall, extremely happy.
We were able to do like exact measurements in Photoshop, so that helped a lot. So.
Like with the gaps and everything, as far as how much space we wanted in between each wall. So it worked better than what I could imagine. So
Ashton wanted to help, but I don't think it wasn't his main focus right now.
Yeah, he wants to help just to say he did something, but
he kept dipping.
Squirrel moment, he want to do something else. So, but he'll have his time. So we're gonna do things in their in their own individual rooms too. So a lot more projects coming. So stay tuned for all of that.
Okay, so our next project is actually something we've talked about prior to moving in, prior to closing. Prior to buying, to be honest with you, it's been on my Pinterest board since forever.
Years.
But it was one of our projects that we knew we wanted to do. I feel like this was a simple project, but the reason why we didn't pull the trigger is because we were very indecisive on my idea versus Akeem's idea, and that's going to be our main doors.
Interior doors.
Yeah, our interior doors. So just to kind of start, Akeem painted our half bath door, which is right off from the hallway. And we posted it on social media, and a lot of y'all loved it. A lot of y'all loved it. And I think a lot of people were concerned, like, would it make the hallway smaller? But how wide are these? Would you say?
That's a tough question. I don't know. I would say at least probably 7 feet, maybe 7 foot wide hallway.
Okay. So to me, I felt like that wasn't a concern of mine as far as making the hallway smaller. Because if you've seen our house, which I know a lot of y'all have, you know that it's very open in these hallways. I feel like 4 or 5 of us can walk through the hallway shoulder to shoulder, no issue.
And if you haven't seen the house tour, it's our very first video. It'll be linked below in the comments for sure.
Yeah. So I love the door. Like, I absolutely love the door. We did the door. Well, Akeem did the door and the hinges, front and back, and same paint color as the dining room wall, and it looks amazing. Like, it looks like it should have been done from the jump.
So it was one of those things like we just talked about where it's once something is available, I have to go do it immediately. So I still have paint in the paint sprayer, and we have been talking about doing the doors for a while. So I was like, well, it's not hard to take this door off the hinge real quick. I'm just gonna take it to the garage and paint it. So the original thought was I'm gonna try to explain this best as I can. So I don't want it, because I'm using the sprayer to get that professional finish and look instead of a roller or brush. So I'm not gonna spray the doors in place. I'm taking them off. So if you ever looked at this on YouTube, what they'll typically do is take the doors and prop them up on sawhorses. So the little A-frames, and you can just drill a hole in the top of the door with a screw and lay the screws on the sawhorses so the door is suspended, and then you spray the top, and then you can literally rotate it and spray the other side. But so what I did was I just propped it up on a piece of wood that I had, leaned against the garage, and I put tarp on the back of the garage, and I just sprayed it, and it was like 9 o'clock at night. So I needed to know which door. So all the room doors down here, I'm like, well, I do the half bath because nobody needs to close that or open that. So I sprayed it, let it dry, flipped it, sprayed it, let it dry, and the next morning I brought it in, and then once we installed it, you know, just stepping back and looking at it, like, it looks amazing. The crazy thing is, because it's a half bath, it kind of works. Just that one door being black. If you kind of understand the concept, like, where's the bathroom? It's the black door. So it kind of works that way. And I remember I FaceTimed my dad to show him, because, you know, you could describe it to people, but once they see it, like a lot of things, when we went through this whole building process, it's like we had to see it before we could commit to it. So I told him what we were doing, then I showed it to him, and he was, oh man, this set that whole thing off. So I absolutely love it. So the discrepancy came from, so originally, I know we talked about this in another video, I don't remember which one, but somebody,
my body,
it's amazing.
You shut up, go.
But somebody wanted to only do some of the doors in the lower level. So not all the doors.
Yeah, I said the half bath, the office door, because then we have the double doors, the double French doors. We have that small linen closet door that I showed you guys. I think I said the pantry door, back door.
She wanted none of the room doors.
Yeah. So yeah, all the functional room doors except for the bedroom.
She wanted all the accessory doors, so patio, pantries, laundry room.
Literally gonna be like accent doors.
Right. So I'm like, why don't? Because for one, our walls are white. 2, we have really, really tall ceilings in the house, and I don't feel like the black is going to make the home feel small in any way, shape, or form. So that wasn't a concern. So for me, it's just you have to be familiar with the layout of our house, and again, go look at the home tour. There's not a lot of doors visible from the main living space.
Right.
So you, like, from my vantage point right now, sitting in front, I can only see really one door, and that's the linen closet back here. I can't see, and I can see the bathroom door technically. I can't see our room door. I can't see the office door. I can't see the pantry, laundry, or garage door.
But if you're sitting on the couch, you can't see any of these doors.
Right. So I was like, why not just paint them all black? So I voted to do. I thought we were gonna do everything black. So I said, and this is what we need. I need y'all to comment below what y'all think. So I wrapped it up and just said this way. I want to do every door in the house black.
Upstairs and downstairs.
Upstairs and downstairs.
How many doors is that?
Like 15, 16 doors?
I think it was like 16 doors.
15, 16 doors. And the reason being is from lower level, some of the doors are visible from upstairs. And with the walls being white, I feel like it would just give it that little bit of pop accentually. Is that a word?
I've never heard
It
of
might be.
I don't know.
Accentually
I feel like
throughout the house. If it's not a word, it should be one. It works. So it would just give it some character and some dimension throughout the rest of the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we've agreed that we're going to do all the downstairs black, right?
So, I mean, okay. Yes and no, because if we do all the doors, it's really just two that would be white, which is our bedroom door and Zuri's bedroom door. But you can't see them.
You can't, if you come in from this way, you can see them.
I think for me, the hard part is the outside of Zuri's door will be black, but the inside of her room will be pink and white. So it's like, does that really go? Like, what do y'all think? Does that really go? Because then our room, I think the outside door will be black. Because if you would have to do front and back of Zuri's room. So then she would just have like this black door with this white and pink room. Because then I'm like, do you do the bathroom?
That's an interesting point. Yeah, I would do the bathrooms.
So you would do, so then our double doors would be black, which I'm okay with that because I think we're going with like a more moody touch in our bedroom anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
But then same thing with the boys' rooms. Would you do each of their bathrooms black?
No. So
So that's what I'm saying. You got to figure that out.
So there's a builder. I won't say their names because I'm not giving them no pub. But because if you didn't know, I work for a home builder. But there's a builder that does a lot of their model homes, and they do the doors. They're painted.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes they're black, sometimes they're green, sometimes they're whatever the color that's popular right now. And I would have to go see what the color scheme in the other rooms are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'd be an issue, me personally. But even if I just did one side, because the reason you have to do the half bath both is because it opens out.
Mm-hmm.
The bedroom doors open inward.
Mm-hmm.
So if I open up her door, so if her door is closed, the black aesthetic matches the rest of the house.
Mm-hmm.
If her room door is closed, then I can leave the other side white.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
So
Because I'm like,
comment
after
below
you
what
do
y'all
the
think.
bathrooms, then you got to do the closets. Because each one got different closet doors. So it's just like,
I didn't even count those doors. So
Next
now we're
thing
probably
you
about
got-
20 doors.
yeah. So I think I'm okay with doing all of the bedroom doors upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
the office, not the office, the theater, game room door, the closet.
Yeah, all of that.
Okay, and then the linen closet,
All the doors.
and Aiden's bathroom,
All the doors.
but not the boys' bathroom, the Jack and
All
Jill.
the doors.
So you're gonna do that's what I'm saying. So it's like I feel like the doors that we don't see, I don't feel like those have to be black. So like Ashley's and Austin's bathroom doors, I don't feel like have to be black.
They don't have to be, but I think it'd be cool.
I will say, doing black does minimize because again we have literally pure white, Sherwin-Williams throughout the entire house, up until we get ready to paint the kids' rooms. So I will say having the black doors does help minimize like
Yeah,
the
for
amount
sure.
of dirt. Because look, we teach the kids not to touch the walls and not to touch the doors and different things like that. But
We
I've
try
got-
to, at least.
Yeah, I've got makeup all on our bathroom doors and different things like that, closet doors. So like it happens. But yeah, I mean I'm not opposed to it. I really just want to make sure we get the office and obviously we got the half bath and then the linen closet. I just feel like those doors pop.
So comment below and you tell us what would you do. So would you do?
Melissa's idea or Keem's idea?
No, we're not gonna do it that way. So would you do option 1, which is do all the doors
Make sure you put it on the
black.
screen.
Option 2, just your lower level black and leave the upstairs white. Or would you do option 3, which is
On like the accent doors.
only
Or
the
whatever
doors that
closets.
go to 9 bedrooms? Would you do those black and leave the rest white? If it helps you, go watch the home tour. You can even skim and fast forward through it and then come back on this video and comment below, which one you like, because we listen to you guys. So
Yes. And I will say, usually I got the best ideas, so
you chose me, so I agree. Yeah, you like when I make it backfire.
but no, so yeah.
That was a good one for me. I appreciate
But
it.
no, but overall, I love the project, and we've only gotten one door done, but I am very anxious and excited to do the rest. And like Akeem said, it wasn't hard taking the doors off. I just knew it was going to be a hassle, especially when you had the boys holding it up. But then the next day, the kids were in school, and I had to help holding up because they're 8-foot doors, but they were pretty light. They were easy to put on. So I'm okay with that being a project that we do ourselves.
It just takes some time. We got a little vacation coming up here next month, so I could do something that time, during that period. But just do a couple doors at a time. knock it out. And we actually even like with the black or dark bronze handle set being on the doors with the painted
Yeah,
black.
because that was a
that's what
concern of mine. We didn't know with the black hinges, black door, and the black handles. We didn't know how it was gonna look, but it still looks really good. So this is my question though: are you still gonna do the art niche black?
Yeah.
Because you were so eager.
Yeah,
to
I'm
do it.
about,
You
I'm
was
about
gonna
to paint
do
that
night.
boy too.
And I was like, you gotta slow down because you're doing too much. And then I think the other thing we talked about was if we did all of these doors black, should we continue to do the island black? Because that was something that we talked about with you guys previously also.
No, I definitely want to do the island. And if I can get the stone that's on, if the stone that's available, I'm sorry, if the stone that's on the island now is available, I am going to price out doing a waterfall edge on the island. So doing all black with a waterfall edge.
Okay, so that was the other thing we talked about. You said, so when we first picked our island, I wanted very faint veining, marble veining in the, what is that, granite?
Quartz.
Quartz, okay. And I think over time, after being here almost 2 years, you kind of wanted something a little bit darker veinings.
If I was going to have white cabinets, yeah.
So would you?
But if I paint that black, I'm okay with the cabinets.
Okay, that's what I was going
So I'm okay with the countertop being pure white like it is.
Okay.
Pure white quartz.
With like the very faint vein. Okay.
But I do like the waterfall edge. Again, when we built our home, Perry Homes didn't offer it. It's available now. But it wasn't
a ton
about
of other things.
Yeah, so but the prices are way higher too, so I'll take the trade off.
Right.
So yeah, so I wouldn't be impressed because I love the look of the white countertop when the water falls down with the dark underneath
The
it.
very contrasting look.
Yeah, so it looks really nice.
But
so.
I told y'all, if it was up to me, like, it would be so much, like, so going pure white was my idea. He wanted to go like a light gray. I wanted to go pure white because I wanted like that mass contrast.
You gonna point out when you right.
But what I was gonna say was, but then we've been talking about, okay, so we're doing all these doors in the island black. We have the wall behind the couch, and we'll insert a picture. We thought about, do we do that black? Or we have the 10-foot wall where we were talking about the picture gallery. Do we do that black? And then we guys, we told y'all in one of our other videos, I want to say like our November update, October, November, do we do behind the fireplace black? So it's just like, including the art niche. So it's just like, is it too much black or is it just amount of, just a nice amount of black? So,
because the house is large, so I'm not worried about it
feeling
making it
tight,
small.
closed in, yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want a all black and white house.
Yeah.
And it's important, so I don't know if you can see a little bit above Missy's head
Well,
like
I think
that.
we agreed that we're not going to do behind the fireplace.
Yeah, in the color of our, no, I was just talking
you
about
talking
the
about the
color.
mantle.
The
You
mantle,
can see it.
you can see a little bit above her head, like that honey oak or that mahogany wood,
Weather
bring that
oak,
in
exactly.
to bring in some warmth or do, whatever they say that's
Yeah.
going to do. So I don't want just a black and white house. I don't want that Kim Kardashian, Kanye house that they had where it's just everything was just
I do feel
monotone.
like too much black and white does give it a more modern farmhouse, and that's not what we want.
No, not at all. So
But another update, I'm sorry,
no, go ahead.
was we had our drapes consultation.
We
So,
did.
For me,
Well, I'm second guessing that too.
okay, so same. So for me, I'm like, so two things we're kind of second guessing. I know for me, I think it is when we do it. So originally we wanted to go ahead and get it done almost ASAP because we wanted to bring warmth into the room because of the amount of black and white, especially the white in the area. And I just felt like drapes will make the house just way more cozy. But the other thing was so then I was like, if we wait until after we get the furniture in, then we'll kind of know which option we wanted to go with as far as the color and the style. Because it was overwhelming. It was like so many different colors and styles.
Yeah.
And so I picked what I thought I liked, and then he came in and picked something completely different.
And then the other thing too, so it's just, well, you guys can't see it, but you can do the drapes, yeah, the drapes that hang in between each window, because we have a wall of windows right here in the living room. Or you could just do, because it's purely decorative, because we have motorized shades for the actual glass itself for privacy, or shade that's transparent where we can see out. So the drapes would just be more so for texture, warmth, and for an aesthetic look. So do you do the ones where it's between each individual window, pleated,
Functional.
or do you do, because I thought about just doing the opposite ends, so just hanging one here and then the other end there and just have it that way.
So that's something we gotta look at.
Yeah, I'll show you an example.
And then we also got, so when we did the quotes for it, it would be the living room, the 2 windows in the dining room, or I'm sorry, the kitchen nook, and then we did our bedroom. I think the ones that we picked for the bedroom, I'm good on.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're doing blackout curtains in there, and again, we wanted something that was going to match our aesthetics. The only thing I think we talked about changing was, so we got blackout shades in the bedroom, but we think we want something a little bit more transparent, like the living room.
Yeah.
Because once those shades are up, like I can't tell you how many times I've been, so we don't have any back neighbors. So I can't tell how many times I went to the trail and looked at our house and I was like, you can see everything. So, and obviously it's only if you're staring in the house, but I mean, if I'm being honest, people do walk by. And because we got a whole back window panel, what is it?
What are you talking about?
The windows. What do we always call it? I think it's the wine that's kicking in. Panoramic. Because we have like a whole panoramic view of windows. People do walk by and they literally start staring from our bedroom all the way to the other side of the house. So I think more of a less, we just probably
So
need to get
just
another
switching
set.
it out. And
Yeah.
so right now in the living room we have transparent shades where we can see out, but you really can't see in. And then in the bedroom we have blackout for obvious
Blackout.
reasons.
Yeah.
So I think we want to switch it where we have motorized shades that are transparent when we get a little bit of privacy, but we can still see out. But then when we want to go to sleep, we have
Blackout.
motorized blackout shades that close, make the room pitch black, and you get
Exactly.
the best sleep.
So,
So
yeah.
switching that around. So all in all, that's pretty much, we don't want to ramble too much because there's a lot of things that's coming down the pipeline. A lot of projects that we're still needing to do. One, we're waiting on prices to come down for a lot of this stuff, which they have started to do. Like getting the stairs done. I got a quote for that recently, and it's about 40% less than the first quote I got.
Theater.
The theater, we finally got that going on. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out. So we should have the theater up and running here really, really soon. The projector that we were waiting on finally is coming in stock after 2 years. So that's been the biggest kink in the chain. So a lot of good things coming down the pipeline. Again, we're back every week, so stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I have no idea how this video is going to do with such a long hiatus. So I need you guys to definitely comment, help.
Run it up, share it, comment.
Yeah, hit that like button.
Share it on you, not YouTube.
Comment
Instagram.
below. Right, welcome back. Tell us what's your favorite paint color. All the questions we ask. Run these comments up, run that like up. It really helps us out a lot. And just to see how this performs. But again, we're back. We missed you guys. And stay tuned for sure. Anything else?
Yeah, you didn't want to do the bedroom?
Oh, I forgot about. I'm getting rid of y'all. I kicked y'all out the house and everything. My bad.
Yeah.
So it was one more thing. I'll let
Yeah,
you know.
lastly, the smallest thing, but made in my opinion, like probably the biggest difference in our room. So you already know, we don't really show y'all our room too much because it's literally nothing in there. It's a bed, a TV, keep moving the mirror back and forth.
This stuff in there is just a hodgepodge.
It's not even close to being fully decorated.
Man, we don't want to show y'all. Yeah, we gonna definitely show y'all once we get everything done.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
then on top of that, we got rid of our framed bed. I want to say a couple months ago. So if you guys have seen, if you watched the tour, you saw our bed. We got rid of it. Part of that was because I was over it. We've had that bed frame for 5 years. I was over it. So I was like, let's just go ahead and put our box springs on the floor. It still gives us height. It doesn't look ratchet like I thought it would.
Yeah, it does look like you got when you had the air mattress on the floor. It's not the
but
so.
it definitely needs a headboard because it just doesn't look ideal.
So here's what happened. So the bed frame, it wasn't the slats like IKEA bed. It was like the wood frame, metal frame that the box springs would sit on. So you had the slats that would go this way, and then there was a post, so it would look kind of like this. So what happened is, for whatever reason, over time, the support post kicked out.
I already know what happened.
What?
In the old house, so in our old house, which we talked about this in
Just
our,
removing it?
Yeah, so in our upgrades video, one thing that we talked about was at our old house, our vent was right over the bed. So in the wintertime, because we kicked up the heat off there, we would move the bed to the other side of the room. And in the summertime, because the bed was supposed to be between both the windows, we would move back. So I think over time, over
Probably
the course
just
of like
slide
literally 3 years, just sliding it back.
So you
and
gotta
forth.
figure if it's a screw in there, you're sliding it, it's pushing tension
get
back and
weaker
forth,
and
and it
weaker.
got weaker. So what would happen is the middle support post would kick out, and the top support post would kick out. So we could be in the bed,
About to
sleeping,
have a mini heart attack.
or other things. You feel?
Anyway.
You feel? So anyway, we would just be in the bed, and it's usually happen when we were sleeping. Usually.
Or relaxing, yeah.
And you know, you roll over, and I toss a turn. So you roll over, and then you will hear, not hear, you will feel just boom, where the whole bed will drop some
Like
because
you're
the
on
support
the
post will
floor.
move. And because the support post move, the bed will drop a little bit, and obviously your heart will, you have sleep, so you feel that, something fall from underneath you.
Yeah.
And so I kept, going in, reinforcing
And it
it,
wasn't a quick fix because
putting Loctite.
We have a king size bed, so you got to take the mattress off. Then you got to take the box springs off.
And
then
so
you
I can
gotta
get
go
to it.
adjust it. So it was a lot, and I was just over it.
And then it kept happening. I thought I had it fixed, and it happened again. I put a little grip pad. I tried I'm about to say something. We tried rigging it every certain way. We're gonna rig it every type of way that we could, but it wouldn't work. So we was like, you know what? We tossed it out.
And we tried to hold on as long as possible because a bed frame at that time was like one of my least concerns. Like we were looking for frames, but it wasn't anything that I wanted to get anytime soon. But I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Let's just go ahead and get rid of it.
And we have a certain specific bed frame that we want and that we're looking for. Color, we're not too sure about yet. I think we're honing in on what we like.
Yeah.
But the major thing is we want a bed that actually sits on the floor. So not a platform bed.
Like a platform-ish.
Yeah, where it's so if you've been to a hotel and there's nothing that can get underneath
The newer hotels,
yeah. Well, even though unless you're staying at the Days Inn from 1985.
When I was 18, we used to always be in the rare room, but that's neither here nor there.
Hey, what was you doing back there?
Partying.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. So, but anyway, so if you got a bed, and we want it to sit on the floor. We don't want it on posts where things can get trapped underneath it, and you're trying to find, you drop your AirPod and it bounces underneath the bed.
Yeah.
We don't want that. So we stayed at a hotel. We went to San Antonio. That really had that, and that really sparked our interest. So we're looking for a specific type of bed, so we're being patient until we can find it. Color,
Might
style,
have to
the
get
whole
something
nine,
made.
or custom made. But anyway, so long story short, roundabout way to get to the overall point.
Right, I forgot all about that. So we added
Pendant
the pendant lights. So we showed y'all the pendant lights in another video. Again, I think it was like November.
Yeah,
But
but you
we
just
showed
did
y'all
it.
the pendant lights, and y'all, I absolutely everybody loves it. Once again, we posted it on social media. We had people come over and they saw it. The kids loved it. We love it, and it's just it. There's literally nothing in the room, but these pendant lights make the room pop, which makes me even more excited for the place that we have.
Because
Yeah.
when we built the house, we added pre-wire for pendant lights
Yeah.
to hang above where the nightstands would be.
Because we didn't want lamps.
You didn't want lamps, and you want the nightstands to be clear, and they give us the perfect amount of mood lighting. And then we're going to put the switch on smart switches or
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
NFC tags, so we can just touch our phone to the nightstand, lights turning on and off. It's gonna be a
That's
vibe.
what I
So
did.
once the primary bedroom is done, and we're working on some things for that wall too, because it's a huge wall in there that we want to decorate. Really excited about that. We just talked about. So we're gonna show y'all the pendant lights if I haven't popped it up on the screen already. But
Tell us what y'all think. Do y'all like the pendant lights? Do y'all like them in the space? Those who have seen them before, is it what you thought it would look like? Do you feel like it's enough lighting? Just give us some feedback on the pendant lights. Although we like them regardless.
yeah, so it kind of gives us the direction that we're gonna go for the room. So.
Oh yeah, by far.
So, but yeah, so that's about it as far as all the home updates. Again, more to come. I already gave my little outro, so I'll let you do this one.
All right, because my wine is kicking in. So again, we've missed you guys, and comment below. Tell us what you've been doing in the meantime. If you caught up on any of our other videos, again, tell us what you think about some of the updates that we did around the house. Stay tuned. We will be back for sure next week, and we
Next
love y'all.
Thursday.
So see you guys in the next video.
Peace.